I'm Jamie Colby, and right now I'm driving on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'm looking for the turnoff to a strange inheritance, which includes, believe me, one of the most unique collections. And my marker? It's a giant beetle.
Hi, Jamie.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
So nice
My name is R.J. Steer. In 2007, my grandfather, John May, passed away and left the largest privately owned collection of insects in the world. At the time, I didn't know what the rest of the family might want to do with it.
It's housed in this little museum, nestled in a small canyon. It's one of those classic American roadside attractions. Of all the strange things you might like to inherit one day, wow. A few thousand drawers, canisters, and cases full of bugs is probably not on your list. Would it change your mind if I told you it's been appraised for millions? Somebody tells you you're sitting on how much in terms of value of this collection of insects?
There are some insects that have never been seen since. There are some insects that are thought to be extinct but not confirmed. But the collection was assessed between $5 or $6 million.
For bugs?
For this collection.
This whole place feels like a time capsule.
Pull one out.
To the May family, the collection is a priceless legacy. But I learn it's also a scientific marvel of sorts.
You must be Jamie.
Hey, are you Sam?
Sam Johnson has been coming to the May Natural History Museum for more than 6 decades. The museum inspired a childhood passion that paved the way for a career as an entomologist and high school biology teacher.
I bring my biology classes here every year, and we look at literally the best examples in the world.
This place is old school. Wooden display cases with gooseneck lamps, the handwritten descriptions, and a collection that includes many insect species that have never been seen again.
I've never seen so many insects.
Each carries with it this incredible story about its niche in its environment.
Have we spanned the globe here?
Oh, absolutely. It's from everywhere.
The story behind this collection is almost as spine-tingling as this spider, which happens to be where the tale begins. It was captured by the original benefactor of this strange inheritance in 1903. James May was a British national who fought in the Second Boer War in Africa. He was shot, wounded, and left for dead. Thankfully, May's life was saved by a tribe of Zulus, and during his convalescence, he passes away the hours enjoying a boyhood pastime, bug collecting and pinning. When he regains his health, he continues a life of adventure, which includes his obsession with bugs. R.J. Steer is James' great-grandson.
He immigrated to Canada, which was still part of the British Crown at the time, and worked as a park ranger in Manitoba and hunted big game and also continued to avidly collect.
James gets married and has 3 sons, only one of whom, John, born in 1915, shares James' love for bugs. Carla Harris is John May's daughter.
He went on trips with his father collecting around Canada. He certainly supported his father that way and loved the collection.
When the Great Depression hits, James loses his job as a park ranger and money is tight. But his teenage son, John, who, unlike his father, has a head for business, figures out how to turn Dad's unusual hobby into a money-making venture. As a traveling bug exhibit.
John May learned how to create airtight wooden display cases from an old German cabinet maker and the practical realities of traveling with a collection.
By 1930, the entire family hits the road in both Canada and the U.S. with their traveling displays of bugs, all fronted by 15-year-old John May.
He was a teenager, and he had grown men working for him.
There's a whole group of men who were working as roustabouts, and they were destitute.
So he helped a lot of people along the way, and he also intrigued a lot of people with his collection.
He wanted it to be interesting to the general public, and I really think he did a good job of it.
By 1936, John starts his own family with wife Vicky, and before you know it, their 3 daughters join the entourage as they bounce from fairground to exhibition hall, with many of their shows drawing standing room only crowds.
I remember Topeka, Kansas a lot, and Des Moines, Iowa. Those were big fairs. We went to expositions for Madison